How's everybody doing tonight? This is Matt with another edition of Let's Drink with Matt. Now this is another solo review, obviously, as you can see, and I'm in my spare bedroom today because I'm kind of giving a tour of my house as we go along. And I'm trying something a little bit different tonight. I'm working with the Chroma key behind me, and I don't know what's going to be behind this yet. It's going to be a surprise to me too. I haven't really planned it out. So you might be seeing me in a forest, or you might be seeing me on a farm, or you might be seeing me in Michigan. And I say Michigan for that matter because tonight's beer review is going to be a variety of Bell's from Bell's Brewery, which is in Michigan. And tonight I'm going to be doing a newer one that I just found the other day. It is the Bell's Cherry Stout. Now, I was surprised by how expensive this beer was. This beer ran me about $4 to $5 for a 12-ouncer at my local liquor store. But I like Bell's. I've had a good experience with Bell's Brewery before. And Cherry Stout just seemed something a little too interesting to bypass. So we're going to be drinking that tonight. And I'm drinking out of a newly acquired Tetley's English Ale glass, which I thought would be very fitting for a stout this evening. So here's the initial smell, very much like black cherry. A very deep coffee smell to it. It's a stout, so it's going to be deep and dark and probably very, very sweet and bitter at the same time. So, but I like to find cherry hints in it. So let's get pouring now. Pouring very red. And let's get a head on this thing here because it's not a stout without a head. Even though this is not very impressive at all. I didn't pour it very aggressively, but up to the light. Very, very dark. Like you cannot see through this thing at all. It has a nice kind of brownish, reddish, kind of a very, very dark, not dark red, but just a brownish, soapy head on it. Still have that cherry aroma to it, and just dark. This is like Guinness dark for you guys out there. So let's give it a try. This is a Bell's Cherry Stout. Man, thick, like motor oil thick. The hints of coffee and dark cherries, like almost like a black cherry licorice, something along those lines. Very, very thick. I'm serving this at kind of not room temperature, but probably around 55 degrees, a little warmer than most beers. It's almost like drinking like a cherry chocolate milk. A little sour. The cherries are a little sour. I don't know. I think the beer is pretty fresh, but just the sourness of the cherries. It's not as sweet as I would expect. But I think mixing the cherries with the dark stout is exactly, because according to the bottle it is cherry juice. So it's not just cherries. It's the juice of the cherries. So that's where you're probably getting that little tartness tang of the cherries to it. But there's a little information on the back here. A mysterious dance of tart Michigan cherries with the dark, robust roasted malts of a big and bold stout. Now this is definitely a big, bold stout. And the alcohol volume on this is 7%, so it's definitely got a little kick to it. So you're getting that slight sweetness from the alcohol, but you're getting that tangy, tart, semi-sweetness of the malt of the stout, and then also of the cherries. I can't honestly tell you I've ever had a beer quite like this, because I like Guinness, albeit very thick. I like a lot of English dark stouts, but this is I don't know if for a good reason, it's definitely in a league of its own, considering it's also an American stout. Ooh. And it stays with you. Almost like a coppery type of taste too, tinny a little bit. So this is definitely something, you can't drink a lot of this. This is a little rough around the edges. The head dissipates right away. Not very much lacing. almost like a soda, like a cherry soda, almost in terms of like the carbonation, and the redness of the cherries. You can really see into, if you can really look at this. It's not very good lighting right now in here. I'll be getting more lights in here to make it a little more brighter and to make the green behind me. I don't know how prevalent the green behind me is right now. But this is something that can put you to bed. If you have a few of these, if you can stomach a few of these, this is definitely not something you want to rush through either. And I won't. I think I still have plenty of time on the old camera, so this is going to be the longest review ever. Didn't really have a lot to talk about. Whew. Tangy, but the mouthfeel is not bad. It's not harsh on the mouth. It's just a very thick beer. It's extremely thick. Granted, I'm not a big cherry guy anyway. Like maybe maraschino cherries, but not like real cherries you get on the farm or anything like that. So this is a kind of a tough customer here. For time constraints, I'm just kind of finishing this up probably quicker than a lot of normal people probably would, so there's only a little bit left here, so ooh. And that's it. There's a little bit left, but I can honestly say I've had enough. So that was Bell's Cherry Stout. This was one tough customer. The smell is nice. It smells like a nice semi-sweet stout with the slight cherry hints to it. It's thick. It's dark. You cannot see. It's got a slight reddish to it, a little red. The head is a little brownish, but once you start drinking that boy, that is a tough beer to get through. And I would suggest if you like stouts, you would probably like it, but beware of the cherry tartness, tanginess to it, because it's a weird balance. I don't know what they were really thinking when they were making this beer, but in my personal opinion, if you like stouts, if you like kind of a fruity, tanginess to your beer, thumbs up. But in my personal opinion, I don't think I'd be drinking too much of this, so I have to give this a thumbs down. It was a good experiment. Seemed interesting at the time, but stouts that thick and that thick. That's the only thing I can really think of. It's just not my style. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hope this helped. If you are in the market for anything new by Bell's, worth a shot. Just don't just say I didn't warn you. So that's it. This is Matt. Hope you enjoyed the review, and I will be seeing you guys later. So take it easy.